Hello again and welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Rural Report. I'm your Rural 2IC, and it is National Preparedness Month, aka September, where we are doing the 30 days of survival. Each day we're doing a video and, just a way to kind of give you some tips and different things to think about. And this is your first time watching. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by and joining. For the rest of you, you know that this goes out to little Rural, my 5 year old, who gave me the idea of doing this in a fun and creative way of using the ABCs. So let's jump right into this because today's letter is T. So the first one I'm going to start out with is time. Time is either useful or it's the enemy of everything, right? You cannot create more time, but you can use time management and you can control what you do in that time. Every second that ticks by is a second that's gone forever. So, as you watch this video, my responsibility is to try and give you something, some sort of form of education, something to help you, benefit you, give you something of substance. Otherwise, I'm wasting your time that you could have been doing for a ton of other things, right? And that comes down to what's valuable and what's important. You have to have a priority list, right? Because while getting things like medical training, firearms training, self-defense training, things like that, those are extremely important, but it's equally as important as family time and enjoying life and doing the everyday necessity things of taking care of yourself. Those are equally important. And so, to make sure that you have time allotted to each one of those, so that way each of them get their fair share, and prioritizing. So, what's more important? What can I spend a little less time doing over here and more time doing over there? But that also brings me into my second word, which is going to be teamwork. It's that whole saying of many hands make light work. You can do something that is extremely difficult, extremely labor intensive, and it can be done doing one person. But when you have help, it makes things a lot easier. And the more help you have, the easier that really labor intensive job becomes. So, teamwork is extremely important because, one, we're a social creature. We want to be around other people. Yes, most of us probably don't like large groups or huge crowds, or maybe strangers, people we don't know. But you should have it to where you have friends, family, neighbors, things like that, people that you enjoy their company, enjoy being around. And there's people out there that don't have that skill of being sociable to being on a team. There's people that they want to be a leader when they're not qualified. There are bad leaders, people that can lead but do it in a very poor manner. Uh, there's a lot when it comes to teamwork about making sure that it's equal, it's fair, it's the person that is the correct one to do that job is doing that job, and that they have the tools and the different things that they can be successful and achieve the goals. There's a lot that goes into teamwork to make it to where the whole team wins. It should not rest on one person's shoulder. It should rest on the entire team. And the way that that happens goes to my third word, which is trust. Trust is a very valuable thing because there's different levels of trust, right? You can be walking down the street and then a complete stranger is walking towards you. Do you have the trust that they're not up to something bad? There's a lot of times that we display trust and it's not warranted. There's a lot of times that we take trust for granted. It doesn't necessarily have to mean a person. The chair that you're sitting in right now, did you test it before you sat down? Did you make sure that nothing broke, or It's not going to just suddenly fall apart, or maybe the spring in the cushion's going to come flying out, or the fabric ripped, or anything along those lines. Did you thoroughly check it over, or did you trust that since the last time you sat down, everything's fine? Trust is one of them things that it's got to be built over time. It's a long time to earn to get to that high level of trust, but it takes a split second to lose it all and break trust. And trust is not something easily brought back, especially once it's broken. Once you've done something that questions my trust in you, it's easier for me to start building new trust with a stranger than it is to, depending on what happened in the situation and things, than to regain that trust, because there's a lot into giving out your trust to somebody and watching them blatantly do an action to destroy that trust. So, but let's switch gears, because I was going to go into a different letter, but I do want to do this one because I'm not sure if anybody was going to say this in the comments. So the last letter, or the last word for T, is going to be teeth. Now, when we're all born, we get the little baby teeth or milk teeth or whatever you want to call them. And then as we age and all that, we get adult teeth. Well, guess what? That's the last set of teeth. Uh, Teeth are important, right? You need them to be able to eat. Now, can you necessarily live without teeth? Yes, people do it all the times. Uh, People have false teeth, dentures, implants, and all that. But teeth make life a lot easier in order to eat and talk and do various other forms. And so it's vital to take care of your teeth. Uh, it's not a necessity, but the lack of dental care can make it to where you can experience some extreme, excruciating pain. Um, it's not fun to be in pain, especially if you have an SHTF situation and you don't have a dental professional that can guide you through it and get you out of that pain. You can get abscess, infections. It could be lethal. So, teeth are very, very, very important. I think it's often overlooked. We get caught up in stop the bleed and CPR and things like that, which is, yes, it's life saving stuff. But taking care of your teeth is extremely important. So I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that one. Now, my honorable mention is going to be the word think. And the reason that I wanted to put this one in here is because everything starts with a thought. So when you got into preparedness, you thought about it. You have to critically think, is this for me? Am I doing this for the correct reason? If I am, then how am I going to get started? What do I need to focus on first? How much time do I want to devote to this? How many resources and finances do I want to put into this? Do I want to do this for an extended period of time or a short period of time? Maybe you're only prepping for a month. Maybe you're prepping for the end of the world and forever. Am I doing this alone, or am I going to have teamwork? If I'm going to have teamwork, do I trust those individuals? There's a lot that goes into it, and it all starts right here with thinking. Think for yourself, do your research, plan it out, put it on paper, and then take that and put that plan into action, please. Get out there, try it, do it, see what works, figure it out, tweak it, personalize it, make it yours, because in the end, there's no person here on YouTube or anywhere else that when it comes down to it, whether it is that famous guy on TV, whether it is that semi famous guy on YouTube, when SHTF happens, you're on your own. They're not going to be there guiding you and whispering in your ear or showing you how to do something. It's up to you. So make it yours. Figure out what works for you, because in the end, it's your survival. So I hope you guys got a little bit of fun and entertainment and some hopeful, substance out of all this. If you like this, then do the thing where you hit the thumbs up and the bell for notifications. Subscribe if you want to continue on this. I will have cards up here at the very, very end of the video that you can click on and watch the series up until now, or its entirety, depending on when you're watching this. But that's what I've got for you guys today. So I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you have a blessed day. Stay tuned because there's more information to come. And with that, I want to remind you, remain united, because we're all prepping in this together.